have new recipes for all the fresh vegetables you're finding at the farmer's market or growing in your garden. And Cox Easton is here from Kroger with some good ideas. She's got a couple of recipes here. We're going to do one, but we've got a couple of other ideas. She's got Mediterranean vegetable medley, Parmesan squash, and grilled veggie panini. And we had that panini a little bit earlier with some mushrooms on it. That's good stuff. And we're going to make this Mediterranean salad. And again, harvesting all the great things out of the garden right now.
It's perfect. I've got my basket of bountiful produce over there, and we're using them all in these 3 recipes.
Okay.
We're going to make this. Actually, I like this really well, this marinated Mediterranean medley. I can eat it as a meal. I can just sit down with a beverage and eat it as a meal. It's so good. So I've got a half a cup of vinegar. I use white wine. You can use red wine, apple cider. I've got a 1/4 a cup of olive oil, and then I'm going to put another 1/4 a cup of water in here.
Okay.
I don't like to use too much olive oil. I'm trying to reduce, save on the fat and so forth. So anyway, got that in there. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And I guess it goes that way. Teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of coarse black pepper. And I've already got measured in that little container the white. If you'll put, no, this right
this
here.
for here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a tablespoon of sugar and a tablespoon of salt. Go ahead.
So this is already together in there. Sugar and salt together.
Stir it up. Okay. And then we're going to put our vegetables. And I have peeled a cucumber. Now, Larry, my husband, likes tomatoes and cucumbers peeled, so that's why I did it. I like it with the peel on, but he doesn't. So anyway, that's why I did that. And I've got the tomato peeled, and that's a challenge, but I've got a great tomato peeler. And then I've got you can use red or green pepper. I like the color contrast, so I went ahead and put the green pepper.
Right,
I cut it in julienne strips, and then I take about a half of an onion and slice it, and then cut them in halves or quarters, just so they're easier to mix up.
Okay, so we've got this and this group of veggies here, but you can just kind of change some of these?
You can use whatever you want to, yeah. For those who don't like the cucumber, you could just leave it out or
Kurt
substitute.
Tyndall?
Yeah.
Who's behind the camera right now.
And I'm going to put feta. Now, this is, Meryl said she'd put olives, and I would too, except that nobody in my family really likes olives, and I do. So I would probably put some Kalamata olives or black olives in there too, but the feta makes this so good. And Larry, who does not normally like feta, really likes this recipe. So go ahead and make this up and let it refrigerate a couple of hours before you serve it, and it's just really good.
Now, how long will this sit in the fridge after
it'll
today?
stay in there a couple of days. And if you don't like, if it's a little got too much of a whang with the vinegar for you, just put a little bit more sugar in there.
Okay, all right, cool.
So that'll work.
So this is what it looks like right here. There's the final product over there.
I put a little basil just to garnish. You could put some fresh basil in here if you wanted to.
Okay.
If you got some, just shred it up. Okay, then the panini, I took 5 vegetables for color. I took a red pepper, I took mushrooms, yellow squash, zucchini, and an onion.
Okay.
And I grilled it, or you roast it in the oven at 400, or you can even saute it just to cook them and wilt them a little bit. And then I put it on a thick piece of bread. I used a hearty sourdough, and you can use mozzarella, Havarti, any kind of mild flavored cheese. And then you spread it a little butter on each side if you want to, and put it in a panini maker or a griddle if you don't have one.
And that's good stuff. And then tell me about this one here quickly.
Sauteed zucchini and squash, that's all it is, with some onion. I put a little chicken broth or water to keep it from sticking while I'm cooking it. And you could even add a little bit of Italian seasoning to that if you want to, because I sprinkled some Parmesan cheese on top.
All right. As always, we love it when you're here with us, Ann. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You'll find all 3 of these recipes online right now at newschannel5.com. A Talk of the Town section there. Look for recipe number 5218. 5218.